in John Diard's book, Three Season Diet, he talks about our body, mind, and sport, which I have here, which is there's four. He calls it the 3-phase workout, but the first phase is like just breathing, getting the energy moving in your walk, and then the first phase is rest. He calls it the resting phase, and that's 10 minutes. Have very slow walking, deep breathing, just kind of like, letting the car idle in the driveway. You're just like breathing deeply, getting the thing going. And then after 10 minutes of that, and so you start with that, like stretching and breathing, for like 5 minutes. Then you do real slow walking for 10 minutes. And then you enter into what's called the listening phase. And for the next 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your body type, you slowly go faster, see how it feels, and then slow back down. See how that feels. So you're listening to your body. What happens to my body as I increase my level of performance to where the breath becomes a little strained or I feel a little discomfort? And how do I feel when I slow back down to that resting phase again? What's going on in the body? Am I feeling more pain or less pain? Am I feeling more tired or less tired? And so you do that for 15 to 20 minutes. At the end of that time, you ask yourself 3 questions. Question 1, is my breath comfortable, easy, full, relaxed? Question 2, is my form perfect? In other words, is my body working effortlessly? And is there any pain or blockages that are impeding or compromising my flow? Just in the physical. Even if your breath is comfortable, if you're noticing some blockages or something, some pain or something coming up, or you're starting to favor some your one side or the other, or sides hurting, or whatever, then that's a no. So you have to get green lights in all 3 of these questions. And then the third question, probably the most important one, is, am I having fun? Is this fun? Is this exactly what my body, mind wants to be doing at this moment? And if you get green lights in all 3 of those, then you can just keep exercising as long as the breath remains comfortable and you're having fun. So, and then exercise becomes like this phenomenal way to heal your body, because you're totally, the energy's moving through your body, the breath is moving through your body, and the movement is creating a metabolic fire in your body. You're getting all warmed up, and then this warmed up movement allows the energy blockages, whether they're physical, mental, or emotional, to begin moving. And the great thing about it is, if you're healing it with this, you don't have to process it. You don't have to go into, like when I was 6 years old, this happened, and it just like, it can just go out. Life is just rhythm, cycles. And one of those cycles is the daily cycle, the daily rhythm. So this is like 24 hours, we could say. And this would be sunrise, which is roughly 6 a.m., and sunset, which is 6 p.m. And so this is daylight, this is darkness. Now the first part of the day, from sunrise to 10 a.m., is the kapha part of the day. So, does everybody know what kapha means?
No.
Okay, somebody tell me what the qualities of kapha are to help these people that don't know.
Slow moving.
Slow moving, okay.
I actually heard that one word for it could be phlegm.
Phlegm, yes. Congestion.
Yeah.
Heavy. So,
Heaviness.
yeah.
They learn slowly but retain information for long
Yeah,
periods of
slow
time.
learning. But that, okay, slow. But that's just an aspect of slow.
Heavy.
But longer retention.
Yeah. So that quality is called inertia.
Slow but graceful.
Beautiful. Yeah, kapha is beautiful. The kapha people are the most beautiful people. What else? Is it hot or cold?
Cold.
Cold. Is it wet or dry? It's wet.
It's like earthy. It's like mud, right?
Earthy, yeah, earthy. So during the morning hours, these are the qualities that are most predominant. And what we want to do always is to balance those qualities during the daytime. So what would be an activity that would balance or offset heaviness, slowness, inertia, cold, wet?
Hot shower.
Hot shower? Yeah. Okay, what else?
Moving your body.
Moving your body. Yeah. Moving the body, exercising. What would be an activity that would actually make kapha more increased? Staying in bed. Yeah. So if you stay in bed after the sun comes up, kapha is going to increase. And it's the longer you stay in bed, the more the increases and the harder it is to get up. Did you ever notice that? Okay, so then from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the next part of the day, and this is pitta. Does everybody know what pitta is? Fire. The sun's at the highest point in the middle of the day. The ray's most intense. It's when our digestive fire is also the hottest. It's when, and so the most important thing you can do in the middle of the day when that pitta energy is the strongest is to do two things. What would they be?
Eat and rest.
Eat and rest, which is just what we did. We ate and rest. And then, okay, well, and then what would be the thing that you could do during the 10 to 2, that would be the least balancing to the physiology? Exercise. Because exercise produces heat, and and then if we're exercising, the body is stimulated, we can't digest food. So the most unhealthy thing you can possibly do is to exercise instead of eating lunch. So if you don't eat during the middle of the day, during that pitta period, that pitta energy still comes up in your digestion, in your stomach, in your intestines. But if there's no food there for it, what it does is it gets displaced into the rest of the body, into the blood. And so it's like it causes this excess heat or anger or irritation. So particularly, if you're pitta constitution and you skip a meal, it's really, generally pitta people,
They don't usually skip meals.
they don't usually skip meals, yeah.
They need to eat.
They need to eat, yeah.